Hi, and welcome back to Success Today. I am your host, Greg Rollett, and today I want to talk about getting older. Yes, we are living longer, but are we living better? My next guest is helping patients to live a happier, healthier life longer into their life. I'd like to welcome Dr. Roger Murray. How you doing, my friend?
Good, thank you.
I'm really excited to talk to you because you're doing some very interesting work, and before we jump into some of that, tell everybody what you've been up to. I mean, you've been doing this for a little while, right?
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how are you helping people over the last 20 years?
Well, in the last 20 years, my practice has switched to an anti-aging practice and a non-invasive surgical practice for cosmetics. So that's pretty much what I've been doing for the last 20 years, making you feel good from the inside, look good on the outside.
Which is what we all want. And so anti-aging, it's a really hot topic right now. Everyone wants to look better. We're living longer. We want to, have that nice look. What does anti-aging mean to you?
Well, anti-aging to me is a combination of many, many things. And the first is we look at somebody's blood work to make sure they're internally operating properly. Then we look at their external lives to make sure they're exercising correctly. We also touch on nutrition, because I think it's a combination of all of these things brought together will allow us to live longer and happier.
Yeah, which is what we really want. Now, I want to talk a little bit about how your practice, but also just healthcare has changed over the last 20 years, because I know you've adapted yourself into much more of a natural, holistic approach to health. So how have you seen things change?
Well, from an elderly physician, the biggest change has been electronics. Everybody walks around with an iPad now or iPhone, and everything's done. There's no such thing as waiting for lab results anymore.
Yeah.
It's all your diagnosis. Even if you don't know the diagnosis, you can quickly look it up on your iPad. So that's probably the biggest thing that's happened.
Yeah, and in terms of just medicine itself, I know a lot of your patients have really come to you and they want kind of that more of a natural way to live healthier. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And how has that changed the way that you've had to, be an influence in their life?
The influence has come by recognizing that you don't have to use pharmaceutical drugs to feel better. So in our practice, we've gone for natural products that extend your immunity, extend your life, extend your sexual life, extend your happiness, and all of this can be done with natural products. So that's what we intend to do.
Yeah, and you guys actually even created some of your own natural products along the way as well. Talk a little bit about how that even came about.
Well, the first product is Telemerex. We got that one from Germany. Unfortunately for a lady who's no longer with us, but she developed a product line with organic farms, organic cows, everything organic, which when we first started 20 years ago was almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And so that started it. And then my stepfather, who raised me, got Alzheimer's at age 65. And for the next 17 years, he just slowly deteriorated. So we wanted to get a pill that would stop and keep the brain healthier. So we spent about a year or two developing this Telemerex, and comes in a liquid, tablet, and all kinds of forms. But that's our key product, increase in immunity. We also have a prostate formula that really works. And then we also were listening to a lot of women when they were talking. When we were doing a procedure, they would say, I love my husband, but I have no desire for him. And so we put together an aphrodisiac, and it really helps.
And let's talk about some of the transformations that you help make with your patients, both in some of the treatment and then using some of these products. How do their lives change after working with you for an amount of time?
Well, they're all different, of course. I mean, they're all specific in their end game. In the Telemerex, we have an enormous amount of teachers that come in every fall.
Oh, wow.
And they buy enough Telemerex to see them through the cold flu season, and they tell us that they never get sick. So that's number one.
That's powerful.
Number two, a lot of people have said, the guys have told us they get up 3 or 4 times to go to the bathroom at night. When they take 2 in the morning, 2 at night of my prostate pill, they're sleeping now or only getting up once, which really improves the quality of their life. Of course, the aphrodisiac also helps, and we've had people say, you saved my marriage. No, I didn't. But
what is one piece of advice that you have to someone who might be watching now who, they want to live longer, they want to live healthier, they want to have some of the benefits that you talked about today? What's the biggest piece of advice you could share with them?
That's a pretty big question. Number one, stop smoking. Number one, stop excessive drinking. Number three, exercise like crazy. Get your life in order. Get your emotional life balanced. Have a goal. There's no such thing as a depressed person without a goal. In general, it's a balancing of their entire lives, and we recognize if they have an illness that you can pick it up and treat it right away.